for the for Nagije, for Jibrin as in the Igbo. Today I'm going to speak about marriages in Africa, and then I'm going to be precisely focusing on Ali Igbo as a contest or as a bone of discussion today. And I'm not going to mince words about it. I'm going to talk about the models that helped marriage in the olden days, the way our people married as Igbo people, and then what brought us here and why there is war in marriages, especially in Southeast region. Now, I'm not going to mince words, and I'm not going to say in front of this is in front of me and then lie. I will not lie. I can't hold this offer in my hand and lie. And this topic, the women are going to say, no wonder it's like this. No wonder it's like this. He's a very backward man. His mentality is this or whatever. But you know, women don't like to hear truth. And that is why women are not always good friends with women like them. Because they just like the narrative to be changed, because women feel they are the victim. Even though women have also been the victim, I am not here to talk against women. I am here to say it the way it used to be. I would say it the way the men got it wrong, and I will also say it where the women got it wrong. I will not take any side because I'm a man. I will say it the way it used to be in the olden days. Once again, my name is Mazi Package on Facebook, and my names are Ume Kelvin Okuchukwu, Aumonye Enugu. Daalụkwanụ, none. With me today, I have a guest speaker, and she's a woman who has had experience with life and with marriage, and she's at the background, but she will be speaking the truth. Nne, welcome.
Thank you.
Kekime. Can I my audience?
Ndị Igbo ndewo no. Mama no.
Okay, so ihe a ga-ekwu taa, enekwana m anya n'iru. O ebe m si kwujọọ ya tinye ọnụ. Ọ dị ka m na-agafe ịdaghachite m azụ. Ọ dịkwa ka na-ekwute ya ndaghachite gị azụ, n'uche bụ ọhịa na-agacha ya. Welcome to the program. So ihe anyị chọrọ ikwu taa wụ the ordinances of marriage as laid down by our forefathers, our ancestors, that is supposed to be the template for marriage before the foreign the women call it intervention and emancipation. But the truth is that it is actually foreign invasion, because Igbo marriages was also invaded, and that is why we are here, lost, not knowing ourselves, and we are all victims. Nne, ị ga-enwe ike ịgwata anyị etu esi alụ nwaanyị na mbụ, ọ bụ na nwoke chọọ ịlụ nwaanyị, ọ ekwuwe ihe gbasara okwu ịlụ nwaanyị, o wee ti ga-esikwute ya. Ịma bifo anyị ekwuwe the modern day own, I want us to talk about the olden days own, so that we will compare them and amara etu o si dị. Gbagodo anyị onwe ihe ma maka marriage na enu mgbe etu esi eme ya and all of that.
Otu m si mara asị na mgbe gboo na ọ na-eme nwaanyị chọwa ịlụ di. Mgbe ụfọdụ ọ bụrụ na nna gị wee enyi, ọ bịa mụta nna gị enwe ụmụ nwoke, nna nke m amụta nwaanyị, o nwere ike n'ime ụmụ nwaanyị ndị ahụ o nwere ike ise enyi m nwoke, nwa gị nke a ga-awụ nwunye nwa m, anyị ga-abụ ọgụ ka enyi anyị ahụ nwee ike shie ike. So e nwere ike na-eme ya, ha na-aga, ha na-elekwe ụmụ ha anya otu enyi ha ahụ si na-aga, asị nwa m nke a lekwa onye m na-ahụtara gị. Mgbe ha ga na-eto, ha ewere enyi na ịhụnanya ahụ na-eto. Mgbe ha tolitere iwu di na nwunye, mebi ha etorole ilekọta onwe ha, enwere ike buruzie mma ịbịa ọfishali kpọọ ndị ụmụnna, asị ha lekwa ihe mere enyi nwoke bụ n'obi kemgbe, but ugbu a ọ dị m ka anyị achọla ka ha nwee ike biri as di na nwunye. Akpọ ụmụnna ha emekọta, alụọ onye ahụ, duo ha ụlọ. Nke a bụ nke mbụ. Nke abụọ bụ n'otu esi kọrọ anyị na nwoke na nwaanyị ha nwere ike na-akụ egwu ọnwa na-aga nkụ na-aga mmiri ụfọdụ n'ime ha na-ahụrịta onwe ha n'anya na-ekwerịta onwe ha nkwa na ma a ga-abịa dị njikere ịtụrụ ihe eji nwoke na nwaanyị eme o nwere ike kọtara nna ya sị ana m alaikekwanụ onye a right from time mpa ya jụọ ya ndị egalanụ ga-agwa ndị nwe ya ọma maka ya o nwere ike isi ndị nwe ya ma na yara ya na-akpọ ọrịa asị oke ngwa ka anyị gaga hụ ndị nwe ya n'ishi m otu ahụ ndị nwe ya nwere ike kwere ọwụ na nke nwaanyị na nke nwoke kwekọrịta ajụọ nke nwaanyị ekwe ihe onye a gwara m ikwere o nwere ike si o kwere na ọma maka ya na ha abụọ kwere kọtara.
Okay. In the olden days, why our people married was because either to build family bond or build community peace or to foster relationships that are there or for the convictions of our children who they loved. Mana mbụ before nwaanyị na-alụ di ọ na-adị mma ndị be anyị na-eme encourage ka nwaanyị lụọ di n'ebe ọ na-amatabeghị nwoke. You marry when you don't know a man. So that when you go into that marriage, you will be innocent and naive. And that is where this very generation has got it. They are mad. They just hate to hear that their daughter should marry naive or unprepared. See, marriage is a journey. You cannot prepare fully for it. It is in the course of marriage ka eji amụtazi many things. Because onye ahụ iche na-ema ị gaghị mata ya ntị gị na ya ebikọrịta. Mana ọ bụ na nwoke lụọ nwaanyị n'ebe nwaanyị dị innocent o nweghị ihe ọ maghị ajụ ihe etu ọ bụ na di ya merụrụ ruo ka nwaanyị ahụ mụta na etu a na-emerụ ruo makwa ọ bụ na i were ezie nwunye gị bịa na-akụzi ya ihe n'ife aka gị ọ ihe ndị ahụ ị kụziri ya ka ọ ga-ama and ọ na-ebute udo bute ọganiru bute di na nwunye ịlụ for long without interference. But these days when a woman now goes to school and then before they go to school, before 14, 16, they already must have had sex with like 3 or 4 guys. And then they now go to university and spend 5 years. We are not against women going to university. It is also possible that a man can marry you and train you self in university. Or your parents can train you in university and you also marry a virgin. It's possible, but because all of this, our system has been whacked. You know, that is when women now go to university, they will now date like 8 guys, which is even the smallest. Maybe 1 year, you date like 2, because now they get heartbreak now. And you know, so at that time, when they younger, now even they come wipe you, because they want to eat the resourceful years now. When you don't already date 28, 32, I'm an emily hate too much, I say, go, you are no longer the level we eat. It is in that your innocence that people want to wipe you cold. And before you finish, you go for youth service. Youth service, when you now come back to marry, you begin to tell your husband that he doesn't know how to do. Because you've learned how to do a lot before you got married. Because you wanted to marry where you think you are wise and smart and matured as a woman. But by then, you already almost have destroyed. These things happens to majority of our girls. What happened? The white man came and started telling our women about emancipation and empowerment. Yes, a woman can stay married and be emancipated and also empowered. Your husband can empower you. Your family can even train you and empower you. But you don't necessarily need to know too much about the world or know about sex. 1. Another thing our people did again about marriage in Ambobuna. Before na alụ nwaanyị a na-ajụ ese nna ukwu eziokwu. Ka ihe mama ka ịjụ ese.
A na-ajụ family nda na-awụ ọrụ ike.
Okay.
Family nda ha na-ezu ohi.
Okay.
Family nda ha na-egbu mmadụ.
Okay.
Ha na-agba n'ezi.
Okay.
Ha na-alụ ọgụ.
Okay.
Ha na-ekwu ọtụtụ okwu, ha na-agba asịrị, ha na-akwụ mmadụ okwu n'azụ. Ihe ndị ahụ, ihe ndị dị iche iche ka a na-ajụ.
Now, But you see these days when people want to marry. Man, these days when people want to marry, these questions, they just go to ask, they will say, the father is a retired this, the parents are rich, the father is a politician. Those are the things they want to know. The father was a former PhD holder, former community. We are just concerned about asking materialistic things in marriage when we go to ask questions from our husband's side or from our mother's, from the woman's side. But in the olden days, they ask question, the family, do they used to go mad? The children, do they used to steal? That family, did they offend people in the past? Is there cause in the family? The family, all the people that are married before, were they able to stay in family? The family, do they welcome visitors? Is there a positive deity that brings slugs to that family? Or there are some things they are not doing well? That is why Anambra people love to marry themselves. There is a reason, because they know that most Anambra communities are still holding on and practicing tradition, so that when in the course of that marriage there is struggles, and then they will come back and say, what caused this trouble? See, in the olden days, we reconciled marriage more. Marriage is a very complex topic. If I talk about marriage, it's going to take more than 1 hour. But I don't know if I cut it short, whether I will be able to join the pieces as I join them together. Let's fire down. Anybody who has data, let them watch about it, because marriage is a very crucial and important and delicate issue that every known or grown adult should listen to. So let's continue. So open Anambra people now, they say name Simulo onye Anambra. The reason is because the Anambra people know cultures and tradition. So if Anambra and Anambra marry and problem comes along the line, they know they will bring these children back home and say, come back home. Don't settle it at home. Don't settle it away. Don't let pastors settle it. Don't let your business partners settle your marriage. Don't let your friends tell you what to do. Come back home. When Anambra and Anambra person discusses, when they want to settle their family issues, they don't pretend because, you know, she's my blood and then I must protect her, and then, no. They will call that family they married from. Bring her for say, biko nu ka igwa ndo nwanyi eziokwu. Maka na igwa ihe eziokwu, they will be able to fix the problem than lying to them, because this is my daughter. Ka anyị ike gwa ha ebe ha metara ya na ebe ha na-emetọrọ ya. Ọkwa ịghọta. Ya na-ekwu na aga n'usoro. Ọ wụ eziokwu now. So, when you now go to university, you now want to go and marry a Yoruba man or marry a Fulani man because they are rich or because you found love. You found which love? Are you stupid? Which love did you find? Do you think marriages are built only on love? Marriages are not built only on love, because only love is not enough to carry the family. Marriages are built on ordinances, on scripted laws that guides marriage. In the olden days, when we now talk about how a man should be respected, you don't know in the olden days a man was seen as a king. In the book, we're going to do about that one.
Ihe ọbụla di gị gwara gị egwu na ị ga-emechagodị ya ma ọ dị gị mma ma ọ dịrọ gị mma, ị ga-emechagodị ya tupu gị bịa sị nna anyị lekwe otu a isikwa nsị m mee ihe a maka mgbe ọzọ ofefọcha m bọsị ihe mere njikpe ya wụ ọ hapụ dị ka nnukwu n'isi.
Emmanuel Mbo, when a woman offends a man, you kill foul. You kill foul to apologize to your husband. And do you know the vital parts you should cook? Some parts in the fowl and the leg must be presented as to your husband as apology. And you know, this thing help build very responsible men. But if you notice this, let us don't just hammer about women. These ones we call husbands are not even husbands, because we missed our way. It's not because I'm exonerating myself to be a good man. No, I wasn't perfect, because there were the things I even did wrongly in my marriage while I was naive, while I did not know a lot of things. But now I know better. I'm a water. So it's not like as if I'm seeing myself as a good man, seeing other men as bad men. There are many challenges that also come to men you know, by right n'elu mbụ nwoke ekwesịrị na-akwụ nwaanyị ihe maka na ozuzo ịkpọla ya ebe nna ya ebe eshilọ ya ọ nne ya ga-akpọzi ya sị isi na imere di gị gịnị next time ọ lọta dinere ala rowere di ya isi. No, because when they now told you that marriage is now 50-50 affair, that is when we started fighting war. Because the white man came and told you that the black man should marry only one wife, so that he can be able to keep a monitor, not a wife, close to the man. They say, God forbid I'm jealous, God forbid I should share my man. Any man who teaches that I should share my man is an evil man. Are we tired of being called evil? We are evil men now, but these things in front of us will judge us whether we are evil men or not even your Jesus. Because the white man standard and foreign standards are what? They are stupid. They are the reason why African marriages don't last these days. In the same now, Ashibiko. Open no wash, gwam no wash, no in ezo one. Kawara bia become a new madam one man, one woman. I know even she don't get that. So we go to him about it because that is what your religion. You know the beauty of today's discussion. I did not plan it with you. So when you hang that when you know Sagi go be not already now. We're going to what you see about a man practicing polygamy or one man, one wife. Kugodu, I dig against fire down. Na-ekwunite ya enu because ọ dị ka ọnụ na-ajụzi gị oyi.
Na mbụ ihe nji ghọta na ịlụ nwanyị ebe ọ dị ọtụtụ bụ na mbụ ha bi na village.
Okay.
Nke mbụ ala buru ibu.
Okay.
Ịlụta nwanyị like to my grandmother she kọrọ anyị. Ịlụta nwanyị a lụrụ ya first wife. Then o nwere ike jiri ime enyi ya nwaanyị na-achọta ya ọ bịarụ mgbe ọ na-aga ịmụ nwa ọ sị enyi ya nwaanyị ahụ biko na mgbe na-adịghị anya ugbu a na m ga-amụ nwa aga m ahụ onye ga na-eshikwara di m ahụ nri biko ọ bụrụ na ị ga-aga lekọta tụwara m di otu nne m si kọrọ anyị anyị nwa na-ekwu anyị n'otu di ya si ụlọ ụmụ nwaanyị
alụzie ndị enyi nwunye ya nke izi so that there is some level of understanding between them.
Then mgbe a bịa lụtazie mgbe ọ ga-abịa lee na-elekwa ya ma ọmụmụ because mma nke ya nwa anọ enyi ya nwaanyị na-eleta di ya na-eleta ya bụrụ n'abalị ya ọ ga-setụlụ di ya mere otu ya nwa bịa lee ya ọmụmụ. Ụwa atọgbu onwe ya na-ata bụ ụmụ nwoke nọzi ka ndị eze biko chere na ịke ọma ọha asị na ụtọ asụsụ nke atọgbu m. I understand. We also chọkwa continue from there. Okay. So by so doing ọ dịzie di ya ahụ mma otu o si lekọta ya na nwunye ya o nwetara ike
bring me my root.
Lọtakwa enyi ya mgbe enyi ya ahụ ga-abịakwa bịa bata enwere ike onye nke a ji nwa n'aka nwa ya etowala ndị olekọtawakwa di ya on that process ọ na-elekọta di ya ha abụọ nwere ike mgbe ụfọdụ ha abụọ nwere ike mụkata nwa lekọta ime ofu mgbe ma mụkata nwa ofu mgbe mgbe a na-aga ịmụ nwa the second one and the first one agree onye ọzọ ga-abịakwa lekọtawa di ha.
Okay.
So ụbọchị ugbu a ọ dịkwago otu ahụ mgbe ahụzi arụ ọrụ onye a ụlọ arụ ọrụ onye ụlọ mgbe onye ka ga-elekọtachakwa di ya ọmụgwọ ha ga-elekọtakwa ha abụọ lekọta di ha ya nwere ike sị ndị nwunye m anaghịkwa m n'onye a oge anyị ga-esi mee ya ma ha ekweghị ọ ga-alọtara ha nwaanyị.
Okay. So in the olden days, polygamy was not just because of the sexual demand of the man to have more women around him for him to have sex with. No, polygamy was all about children more children, more wealth. Okay, we chọkwa ịgwa anyị.
So mgbe ha niile gara ya na-amụ ụmụ ahụ, e nwekwara ala fam ha ga na-aga na-amụ. The first wife ga-abịa program with the family. Onye a ga-eshi ihe taa. Ndị ka anyị ga-aga ọrụ tụọ ụmụ anyị taa. Onye ka ga-anọ shie nri ụtụtụ, shie nri ehihie, sụọ ụtara. Anyị lọta ọrụ, enwee onye ga-enye anyị niile nri, ma ndị gara ọrụ, ma di anyị, ma ndị hụrụ anyị ọrụ. Nke ahụ nke mbụ.
Isikwa that the challenges is that because those things were domesticated in the community setting, but now modernization has taken a new event of everything. Okay, so we'll go into that. We'll talk about what has happened in modernization. But then I wanted to establish a fact that men marrying many wives before was for continuity, for enlargement, for growth, for bigger family, and for unity. But these days now, you people now think this thing should be kept for only me. But the truth is that most of your husbands have more than 7 side chicks. Because if he's a rich banker or a politician, he has one in Lagos. Some are even giving birth. It is when the man dies, you begin to see your husband's children. They don't even care. So whoever now, okay now, but then polygamy was not meant for everybody.
Yes.
My wife. Yes, it's for rich people, and it is for people who are very spiritually powerful. Makana Abaka practice polygamy. Polygamy is honor. Polygamy can destroy a generation. You see, polygamy can even wipe a generation that is supposed to be built. Because why? Ana Abaka made polygamy. If a man wants to practice polygamy, any of the wife follow Tara. You swear an oath to the deity of that man that is marrying you that the guy put arrows, so you will never bring another juju to destroy that man's home. And that this wife must not fight with this wife. And these children must all eat in the same pot, and no discrimination that this one is from this mother.